Some say there's one path to success. We say there are many. Some say it's too expensive. We say it's within your reach. Some say this is how it's always been done. We say it's a different world. Allen Hancock College has nearly 40 career-ready programs to get you out there working and earning. Hancock Career Education. Careers start here. Visit hancockcollege.edu/CTE for more information.
Welcome in to Allen Hancock College football. CJ Silas alongside my broadcast partner, Irvin Kiger, on the campus of Allen Hancock College, where the Bulldogs, 4-2 on the season, 1-0 in Pacific League action, are hosting the Corsairs of Santa Monica College with a 2-4 record. They lost to LA Harbor last week, 33-10. They are 0-1 in the Pacific League, and we are here in Santa Maria, and it's unseasonably chilly compared to what it was last weekend, which was unseasonably hot.
Yeah, it's been pretty toasty throughout all of California. What is there, like nine major fires in the Southern California right now and one in the north? And
then freezing most other places.
Yeah. I talked to my daughter in Texas yesterday, and she said it's just freezing like you couldn't believe in Texas.
All right, I'm having a sneezing attack, but it's okay. It's gone. It's live radio. What are we going to do? Chris Dutra and his Bulldogs with a big win last week over Pasadena, 45-14, a 31-point win for a team looking for their third straight undefeated season in Pacific League.
Yeah, you know, it was a reasonably close game last week. And in terms
the numbers don't show it, but yes.
Well, the rushing does, because Pasadena almost outrushed Hancock, but at one point it was 21-14 Hancock, and then all of a sudden in the last 5 minutes they reeled off another 10 points and went into halftime with a 31-14, and that was pretty much the game right there. But that 5-minute stretch where they kicked a field goal and they came back, stopped them on 3 and out, and then went down and scored right away, that was big for Hancock last week, CJ.
Yeah, in fact, Pasadena had the ball 10 minutes more than Allen Hancock did last weekend. The Lancers had it for 41 and a half minutes, and the Bulldogs for 31 and a half minutes. And no fumbles for the Bulldogs, 3 fumbles for the Lancers. So defensively and being careful with the ball, the Bulldogs came across in a positive manner last week.
Well, I actually, Matt Garcia, the quarterback, I thought that was the most efficient game he's had so far this year. The young man had a really good game. He was what? He was 12 of 15 and very efficient. Went to his tight ends 4 times, which I was really pleased to see.
Last week, the visiting team won the toss in Pasadena. Again this week, just now, Santa Monica won the toss.
Right.
They will defer to the second half, so the Bulldogs will start on offense. Interestingly enough, it's sort of like they're twinsies. The colors are so similar of these two teams. The Bulldogs are wearing they're all blue with their white numbers, and the Corsairs blue pants, white jerseys with blue numbers. We will get back to our pregame show after the national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave. O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Also, Irvin, offensively, when I'm looking at the Pacific League standings, one of the best quarterbacks in the league is the Corsairs quarterback in Zach Yanda. He's number 4 in touchdown passes, and he's also number 3 in passing yards per game. And he, even though numbers don't show it, with a 2-4 record, the Corsairs aren't going to be an easy team to beat.
No, and you look at their defensive records, they're only allowing 128 yards on the ground, where Hancock, that's their strong suit, is rushing the ball, and that's going to be interesting. They're 214 total yards a game is all they're allowing, and they've lost 4 games. I don't understand.
It'll be an interesting game to see. We're glad to have you with us, Brian Dill, our technical director and pretty much the executive producer of our entire life. In fact, last week after the game, we all synced our calendars so he could really make sure we are where we need to be for our home games and our road games. The Bulldogs will be moving from left to right in their blue unis, and the Corsairs from right to left. Just getting underway here at Allen Hancock College. Your Bulldogs 4-2 on the season, 1-0 in Pacific League play. Pacific League games the rest of the way from here on out. Beginning right now with the Corsairs of Santa Monica. I'm a Corsair.
Yeah.
I went to Santa Monica College years and years and years ago. Here we are with the first kick of the game. And Khalik Davis, it bounces off his chest, but he recovers it. He gets to the 30 on the near side, 35, finds a little hole, 25, and he dives across the 30. A nice run for Khalik Davis after fumbling the kickoff.
Well, he came to the opposite side of the field, had some nice, cutback blocking on from his players that were surrounding him. And you're right, he get back up to close to the 33, 34-yard line.
He had 11 kickoff returns coming into the game, 207 yards. His longest was 42. The sophomore out of Bishop McDevitt High School in Harrisburg, PA. Here comes Chris Dutra. His offense on a 1st and 10 from their own 34. Matt Garcia once again under center for the Dogs. He gives it right away to Whitmill, one of the most successful backs here on Chris Dutra's running squad. The sophomore out of North Kansas City High School in Missouri. 72 carries coming in, Irvin, 638 yards, 3 touchdowns on the season.
106 yards per game, and that's almost as much as a little more than that is what the Corsairs are actually allowing. Hancock runs the ball 80% of the time. I expect to see that today.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Whitmill does lead the Pacific League in rush yards per game. Garcia wants to pass, looks on the far side, and he finds Kajon Lakes near the 40 for a Bulldog first down.
And, Kajon Lakes, that's his 12th catch of the year. He had 264 yards coming in, and it was 24 yards per catch, and that's exactly what he just did.
24 yards.
Yeah.
What a catch. And he jumped high for it. It wasn't a perfect pass.
No.
But Lakes handled it. Bulldogs now in Corsair territory. A 1st and 10 from the SMC 39. Whitmill Jr. in the backfield. Garcia, the Pioneer Valley product, with Young in motion. He gives it to Whitmill, who finds a hole up the middle. He is tough to drop, and he gets about 6 yards on the play.
What I really like about Whitmill is he never stops his legs. He keeps his legs just going all the time. Look at the size of his thighs as he comes off the field. The young man knows how to run the ball, and he hits the gaps really quickly.
5'9", 200 pounds, the sophomore out of Missouri. It's a 2nd and a long 4. Ball's on the SMC 34. He's got split wide receivers. This time Smith, the ball carrier, runs to the left of the hash marks towards the sticks. Not enough for a first down, but he got a couple yards.
Yeah, I think he's probably within a yard or so of getting a first down for the Bulldogs.
Maurice Smith leads the Pacific League with 8 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns on the ground for Maurice Smith out of Georgia.
He's obviously the one that they're handing the ball off to when they're within the 5-yard line.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, it's a 3rd and 2. Whitmill again. He finds a hole and a Bulldog first down.
You know, what I liked about Chris Dutra coming out and throwing the ball the second play of the game is he's kind of opening up the running game. Now the Corsairs have got to be cognizant of the fact that Hancock's not afraid to put the ball in the air.
Last week, Garcia only threw it 12 times. He made 9 completions, which is a good percentage, but that's not a lot.
No, but it was efficient.
It was. 1st and 10. This time, play action to the left. Passing, looking for Johnny Aviles, incomplete.
Yeah, the ball was just a little behind him.
I think last week was Aviles' first time catching the ball. He had 2 catches for 8 yards. The Paso Robles High School product. He's a freshman.
What I really liked about last week is they threw the 3 times to Afe, the tight end,
yes,
and then 1 time to Michael Dutra. They were looking for the tight end, and especially when you get in close to the red zone, that's what you're going to do.
2nd and 10. Whitmill finds a big hole. He's free. He's still going. DJ Whitmill, a 27-yard touchdown run for the sophomore. What a run. He got tripped up, but he stayed on his feet and found a big hole, wide open lane into the end zone.
Oh, I mean, once he got into that second level and he was hit one time, he brushed that off and went in for a touchdown, like you said.
Bulldogs on the board first, 6-0 with 12:08 remaining in the first quarter. And I think that pass play by Garcia is something different we haven't seen often by Dutra on the first set of downs.
Yes.
And that moved the ball nicely for the Bulldogs. Here comes Zacharias for the extra point attempt. Kicks up, and it's good. It's 7-0 Bulldogs with 12:08 on the clock here in the first. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu.
American Star Trailways is much more than an average bus company. Family-owned and locally operated for the past 25 years, American Star Trailways has been the local charter bus company for San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara County residents and visitors alike, providing transportation service for an afternoon, a week, or a long-term contract. American Star Trailways, making travel an enjoyable part of your experience.
Also, the University of Washington blue, isn't it?
University of Washington is purple and gold.
Purple?
But that's close. He's Irvin Kiger. I'm CJ Silas. We like to have our conversations with or without the mic on, and they continue on and on. You should hear us during the week. 7-0 Bulldogs with the lead. First kickoff of the game is fielded at the 11. He finds a hole, dives all the way to midfield. Not a bad run by Tariq Brown, the freshman out of Iowa on the kickoff return. Wow, he found a hole. He was fast, too.
Nobody touched him until they brought him down.
He got all the way to the Corsair 47.
That last drive for the Bulldogs, 7 plays, 67 yards, 2 minutes and 44 seconds. 27-yard touchdown run by Whitmill, but it was also helped with that long pass to Cajon Lakes.
A 36-yard run, a 36-yard kick return. And now in trouble right away. He's sacked. First play from scrimmage for the Corsairs, and Zach Yanda is sacked at the 41. What a play. Guess who?
No.
E.J. Barrera.
Yeah, but that looked like a broken play to me. Was it a fake? Because it looked to me like he turned the wrong way, or the ball carrier went the wrong way. But whatever the case is, B.J. Barrera's had a good year. He had a great game last week.
Last week he was definitely the defensive player of the game for the Bulldogs. On a 2nd and long, 17.
That was Barrera's 4th sack on the year. He leads the Bulldogs.
Wow.
That's something the Bulldogs haven't really had, a real sustained rush this year. And it makes it so much more difficult on your defensive backs when you don't get any pressure on the quarterback.
A 4-yard gain on the play. The Corsairs now a 3rd and 14 from their own 43. Zach Yanda, the freshman quarterback out of Chatfield High School in Littleton, Colorado, has thrown for 614 yards this season, Irvin, and 3 touchdowns, but 8 interceptions. He almost lost the snap, but he did hold on to it and complete a pass on the far side to the original line of scrimmage.
Seth Matisse on the coverage there, and what I really liked is that he came up and he kept everything in front of him. I mean, he allowed them to complete the pass, but he knew that they weren't going to get the first down.
4th and 8 for the Corsairs. A 3-and-out here. And their first punt of the game. It's a low kick. It bounces at the 28. Kurt McDonald lets it roll. And it rolls inside the 20 where the Bulldogs will take over. Kurt McDonald from Montgomery, Georgia, the sophomore, 5'11", 180, let it drop. And it rolled back, and here comes Matt Garcia and the Bulldogs one more time.
You know, the Bulldogs only have 2 punt returns this year. That's all they did, because everything else has been landed in front of them or kicked out of bounds. So we haven't seen many good punters.
It's true. It's true. And the wind doesn't help here in Santa Maria.
No, it doesn't.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 18. Interesting, we've got a new running back in the game, Terrence Rayner. Last offensive possession, it was Whitmill Jr. for the most part. And this one goes to Rayner, the freshman, 5'9", 200. Has 40 carries coming into the game, 205 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Rayner is actually one of the 3 players tied for 4th in the Pacific League for touchdowns. Newkirk, Rayner, Battle all have 4 touchdowns this season. Do you like that I bring in all the Pacific League leaders?
Oh, absolutely.
Are you impressed by my research?
Yeah, of course I am.
Yeah.
Rayner didn't have many places to go that particular
You didn't? Okay.
city.
Well, I was trying to distract you. This one's a pitch to Eddie Battle. His first touch of the game. He runs to the far side. He's still on his feet. He gained about 3 of them with 6 people holding on to him.
Yeah, Eddie Battle, he has 336 yards on the year, and he's averaging 4.7 yards per carry. What I like is Whitmill, 8.9, Battle, 4.7, Desmond Newkirk, 5.2, Terrence Rayner, 5.1, and Maurice Smith, 4.6, all positive yardage in there. Oh, that's good running by the Bulldog running backs.
3rd and 2. This time it's Rayner in the backfield. He has the ball. He pushes through. I don't think he has enough for a first down, but it could be close.
It's going to be close.
And it looks like they're moving the sticks. It's a first down for both the Bulldogs. Terrence Rayner. And here comes Eddie Battle back in the game.
Now the first set of downs, it was Maurice Smith. It was
Whitmill Jr. and Maurice Smith.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Newkirk yet. And Battle gets it. He finds a hole on the right side, and then he's tripped up a couple of yards from the line of scrimmage.
You know,
short gain.
When you're running the ball, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. When you're running the ball and 80% of the time, that's a lot of carries. And so they've got 5 running backs that they're distributing the ball pretty darn well.
Whitmill's got 638, Battle 336, Newkirk 256, Rayner 205, and Smith 243. This one's a roll to the near side, a pass complete to Chase Hansen, the tight end from Serrano High School, his 2nd catch of the year. And he gets a first down.
This is something that Hancock did a few years ago. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
They went to their tight ends a lot. The last couple of years, they've kind of gotten away from it. Last week, they came back to it. And
with
I
Afe?
loved, Yeah, Afe and Michael Dutra. I'd love to see them go into those tight ends.
It's a first down from the 44. Battle is in the backfield. Garcia under center. He gives it to Battle. He finds a little bit of a space on the left, and now he's out in the flat. And it looks like, whoa, if he hadn't gotten pushed out of bounds inside the 30, he would have been freed into the end zone. What a run by Eddie Battle.
And I don't know if you've noticed, CJ, but every time they've gone to the edge, it's always been to the left side so far.
Yep. What a play. He actually thought he had it, too, and then someone came from the side and got him right below the hips at the 28. But it's another Bulldog first down. 6:46 ticking on the clock here in the first quarter. Two wide receivers on the near side. Rayner, the ball carrier. On left side, it looks like he was pushed out of bounds. He thought that he was free to get into the end zone, but it was a nice run by Terrence Rayner and another Bulldog first down.
Yeah, but he kind of picked up his running style there a bit.
He did.
He's being awfully careful if he's going for 6.
11-yard run for Terrence Rayner. Bulldogs have a 1st and 10 from Santa Monica's 16.
As I said earlier in the broadcast, the Corsairs have been really stingy against the run so far this year. They're only giving up 128 yards, so Bulldogs are running it pretty much at ease.
Now it's battle. Kajon Lakes and Ray Young were both pretty open. I don't know if you've noticed that in the end zone.
Well, I'm looking at the fact that it's still almost a 4-yard pickup, so it's running to inside the sticks.
Yep, to the left, a lot.
Yes.
Both teams still have their 3 timeouts. Bulldogs up 7-0. 3/4 of the way through the first, and now Rayner. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage. No gain for the freshman out of Havelock, North Carolina.
And you got to give credit to Chance Thomas, the cornerback who came up and just kept the running back Rayner, just gave him nowhere to run.
Thomas has a couple sacks already this season, the sophomore defensive back from New Orleans, Louisiana. No gain on the play, 3rd and 8. This time, a roll to the near side. Garcia passes it to Hansen again. Completed the 10.
It's not going to be enough for a first down, but that's an easy pass for the quarterback to complete, and every time that tight end is open in the flat.
Interesting to see 2 plays in the same set of downs, different than we've seen all year using Chase Hansen.
Yeah, and it was basically the same play. Now, Edgar Zacharias is coming in. I like this young man's boot. He missed 4 against Ventura, but he kicks well. He's got a nice leg to him.
His longest field goal of the season is 39. The lefty kicks up, and it's no good. Wide to the left. With 4:04 remaining in the first quarter, Bulldogs holding on to a 7-0 lead. You're listening to Bulldog Football and Athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Community Bank of Santa Maria for Santa Maria style banking. That's what they call a home field advantage. Visit them online at yourcbsm.com or visit one of the branches located at 2739 Santa Maria Way or 1421 South Broadway in Santa Maria. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College, where the Bulldogs are up 7-0. Field goal wide left for the Bulldogs gives the Corsairs the ball, a 1st and 10 from the 20.
There's a flag on the field, too much time.
Delay a game against Santa Monica. That'll take them back to the 15. It'll be a 1st and 15 for the Corsairs. Kelly Ledwith, the head coach for the Corsairs. Irvin, he was the defensive coordinator last year. It's his first year calling the plays. Offensive coordinator is Jeffrey Kieran. The Corsairs play Pasadena next week. They're 2-4 overall. The Bulldogs 4-2. Bulldogs head to Santa Barbara for a road game next year. Kickoff 1 o'clock. Make a note of that. A little bit early of a start. Yanda?
You know, the first series, Santa Monica starts, they get a sack, and now this time they get a 5-yard penalty. They're just putting themselves in the hole because it was 3 and out the first time, and right now it's 2nd and about 13, 14 yards.
You'll be traveling next week with us to Santa Barbara, the best, most beautiful city college football stadium, maybe a lot of college football stadiums ever.
Yeah, I agree.
One side is the press box, the other side is the ocean. This time, another handoff from Yanda. to be a 4th and long, and the punting team will come in for Santa Monica. Actually, no, it's a 3rd down. Thank you, Irvin. What would I do without you, Irvin?
Oh, I'm sure you'll find something.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd sleep a lot. Sleep and drink. Open the shades once in a while.
Give lots of love to your dog.
Yes. 2:49 left in the first period. From the shotgun, Yanda's in trouble, and he is sacked. Justin McKinai, the freshman out of Honolulu, Hawaii, second sack of the game for the Bulldog defense.
You know, they came in with only 13 sacks on the year, and they got 2 in the first 2 series now.
It's
I'm sorry.
It's a 4th down now. Now it's a 4th down.
Yeah.
Just so you know, a 4th and 10, 28, a lot. A lot. And Terrence Ray Young back to field the punt. He's at the Corsair 42. It's a low punt. It bounces at the 20, and it's rolling. Young won't go near it. Rolls right to the spot where he was standing. The Bulldogs with good field position. 1st and 10, taking over in Corsair territory on the 39. The wind did not help the punter on that play.
Well, so far, though, this year the punting hasn't been really too spectacular for Santa Monica. They're only averaging about 27 yards a kick.
7-0 the lead. Under 2 minutes to play in the first. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Garcia gives it to Coot Newkirk. Desmond Newkirk into the game now.
So he has 5 running backs, and all 5 of them have now touched the ball.
They
We're
have.
still in the first quarter with another minute and 40 seconds to go.
And they've all got over 200 yards coming into the game. DJ Whitman with the most, with over 600. Chris Dutra just knows how to coach running backs. It's one of his best skills. And he has the right coaching staff around him to support him in that. And it's fun to watch. This time, a pass is intercepted. It was intended for Young, but Justin David intercepts it. The receiver, it seemed, was almost running away from the ball when the ball flew to him. It was Ray Young, the freshman, was near hash mark on the east side of the field, but David stepped right in front of him to nab it, and after the interception, the Corsairs will take over on their own 44, 1st and 10.
The Corsair obviously had the position, didn't he?
He did. Yanda under center. This one to Thompson. Honus Wagner in there for the tackle. Thompson comes into the game with 77 carries, by far the most for the Corsairs. No one comes close. Sam Houston High School in Lake Charles, Louisiana. He has 2 touchdowns this season. The closest to him is Anthony Nesmith with 25 carries. So he is definitely the main weapon for the Corsairs in the running game. 2nd and 8, trailing by 7, under a minute to play in the first.
Honus Wagner, again, back in. That's another tackle for a loss.
He's got 20 tackles on the season, 14 assists, 2 sacks. Ricky Hembright, the ball carrier.
Wagner's had a good year.
Oh, he sure has.
He's had a real good year.
North Forsyth High School, Cunning, Georgia. He was, I think I've told you about him during the preseason, watching him at practice. Lots of energy, pumped up. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field. It's actually the end of the first quarter. After 1, it's 7-0 Bulldogs. We'll come right back with the second quarter of action here where your Bulldogs lead at 7-0. You're listening to Allen Hancock Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu.
American Star Trailways is much more than an average bus company. Family owned and locally operated for the past 25 years, American Star Trailways has been the local charter bus company for San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara County residents and visitors alike. providing transportation service for an afternoon, a week, or a long-term contract. American Star Trailways, making travel an enjoyable part of your experience.
Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. After one quarter, the Bulldogs are up 7-0. The Corsairs have the ball. It's a 3rd and 9 from their own 45. Zach Yanda from the shotgun with Hembright in motion on the left side. It's a pass play complete to Everett, and it looks like it might be enough for their, I think, first down of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It is. It's enough.
That was a nice pass by Yanda.
DeJohn Everett from West Catholic Prep in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's a first down, Corsairs.
Yeah, Yanda, the receiver went out there. He was a couple yards short of the sticks, but still got the ball and had the foresight to just keep going.
1st and 10 from the Bulldog 45. Oh, in motion and bumped into him. Tucker LaRue. That was a broken play. Tucker LaRue came from the far sideline, lined up as a wide receiver, ran in motion to the near side behind Yanda, and they bumped into each other behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, certainly threw the timing off. It was supposed to be a swing pass out here in the right flat. And actually, there was more Bulldogs around the ball when it hit the ground than there was Corsairs, or Pirates, as I was told when we first got here today.
I honestly, I thought a Corsair was, what did I think it was?
Horse.
A horse.
Well,
it's a horse pirate.
Coarse hair.
It does. It's a horse pirate. Oh, I get it. Thanks for that. On a 2nd and 10,
nice.
It's a pitch. Who is that? Wow, what a play. Is that? I think it's Qualik Davis. Qualik Davis came out of nowhere and took Hembright out at the knees. Wow, what a play defensively by Qualik Davis.
Open field tackle, threw him for about a 7-yard loss.
Wow. That's the kind of football I like to watch. Third and 16. Little confusion on the defensive line, but they've figured it out just in time. From the shotgun, Yanda. Almost intercepted into the hands of Melvin Hicks for a complete pass, but not enough for a first down.
No, it's going to make it close, though. That second effort by Hicks was actually quite impressive. He picked up about another 4 or 5 yards.
5'7", 171. Almost the same size as me. A little 1 inch taller and a little thicker, but my gosh, that kid, he can move. It is a 4th and short, and it looks like the Corsairs are going to go for it with under 10 seconds on the play clock here in the second quarter, trailing 7-0.
They're 4 of 15 on the year for only 27%.
Yanda gives it to Hembright, and they got a first down, just enough. So the Corsairs moving the ball here for the first time this game. And they've got it now all the way to the Bulldog 34.
Yeah, the Corsairs so far this year, they're rushing the ball 54%, 46%. It's fairly close to that today, and they've been really successful on a couple of passes where the run after catch has been really good for them.
1st and 10. This one, Yanda gives to Nesmith.
Picked up about, 3 yards, 3.5?
John Sniffen made a nice play on that for the Bulldog defense. He sniffed him out. Thank you, Brian Dill. Good line. 2nd and 6. From the shotgun. A quick pass on the far side.
And another nice play by Qualik Davis, who made a no-field tackle on that left side and only held him to if anything, about a yard's pickup.
Khalid Booker, the wide receiver for the Corsairs, his first catch of the season. I didn't even have him on my chart, Irvin. I know that happens, but not often.
Well, this time of the year in football, there's a lot of nagging injuries.
Right.
You get new people playing.
3rd and 7. Play clock. Almost out. Wow, he just in time. Yanda gets the playoff. And that, who knows where that was meant for. There was not a wide receiver nearby. Downfield on the far side.
Brandon Collins was the one that was on the other side, and it looked like he cut the route short. Went to the sidelines, and the
changed his
just
mind.
threw it long. Trying to throw it to the line judge down there, eh? Or backfield judge.
Are they going for it here? They are on
Yeah.
the 4th down. 4th and 7 from the Bulldog 31. 4 wide receivers, split 2 on each side. Yanda from the shotgun. And he's going to pass. It's complete on the far side. Not enough for a first down. What a play. Waiting for him was Seth Mataisi.
Well, it depends on where they're going to spot the ball, and it looks like they're both
Wow.
sides are.
Not enough. It's nice defensive effort by the Bulldogs, and they'll take over on downs. The pass was inside of the first down marker, and Seth Mataisi was right there, ready to tackle the wide receiver. And the Bulldogs now have a 1st and 10 from their own 26 with a 7-0 lead here in the second quarter.
Well, so far what the Bulldogs have done, they kept everything in front of them, which I really, really like. They've had that problem in the last few weeks of letting receivers get behind them.
Maurice Smith, the ball carrier. Gains 2, a short 2. Game 7 of the Bulldogs season. 5 non-conference games, 5 non-league games, and now into the Pacific League play. The 1-0 record, taking on the Corsairs. After this year, they'll probably shift and move these teams around, which they tend to do at this level. And this time, it's Rayner with the ball.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing as a PA announcer. I was looking at Santa Monica.
I froze. I thought I had the wrong guy. Between you and Doug Nelson, I'm like, wait a minute.
You were right.
Well, also, they're both wearing blue and white, you know. What was it last week that the kid ran the wrong way? It was 2 weeks ago. It was. Where were we were on? No, it was not Antelope Valley. Was it at West LA?
It was Citrus.
It was here. So it was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was Citrus. Oh, that lineman was so excited that he would recover a fumble, right? And then he started running.
No, it
was an interception. It was like a tip into. Oh gosh.
And I was yelling, "Don't tackle him! Don't tackle him!"
Oh, we had a laugh that day. Thank goodness, because you can only laugh. The way the world is now, you got to find humor in whatever you can, Irvin.
You don't see that very often.
No,
but when
and
you do, it is humorous.
It was hilarious. 3rd and 7. Garcia is in trouble, big trouble, and he's sacked at the 18.
Did he give up the ball?
And did they? I can't. Let's see. Wow. Wow.
Oh, it is a 4th down. The way that there was so many going in and out, I thought it was defense.
Well, and the first down marker says first down. So it can be a little confusing when you're looking across the field and it says first down when it was the 3rd. It happens to the best of us, Irvin. It really does. Coming in for the punt is Cade England. He gets a nice kickoff. It's high and bounces at the 44, rolling out of bounds at the 32. Nice punt for Cade England. Tariq Brown didn't even go near it as it bounces out of bounds, and the Corsairs will take over from their own 31, trailing 7-0 with just under 9 minutes to play in the first half.
48-yard punt.
Wow. A little bit of wind aided. No one will complain about that.
No. I mean, at this particular venue,
Come on, Mother Nature can be a teammate.
you're either going to be with the wind or against it.
Yeah, that's true. Kate England did have a 57-yard punt this season, so that's not his longest to date. 1st and 10 for the Corsairs on their own 31. Yanda, right before he gets tackled, he gets a pass off to Everett. Wow, yeah. Yanda, the only quarterback seeing action for the Corsairs. There's not even there might be one quarterback on their roster, but he's the only one.
Well, the Jack Feringer has thrown 5 passes on the year. He was 3 of 5.
Feringer.
Number 5. Sophomore
Yes,
out of
yes,
Honolulu.
yes. But Yanda really is who they rely on. On the 2nd and 7, another run play, probably right back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and 7 from the 34.
Yeah,
No gain.
The Bulldogs have stifled the run game for the Corsairs so far today.
Yeah, I'm curious to see the numbers when we get the stats at halftime. 3rd and 7. Yanda from the shotgun. Play clock is down to 6. He's definitely been pushing it. On the pass play, it's incomplete. It was intended for Christopher Nickerson. Tucker LaRue, the other wide receiver, was nearby as well. I guess we'd have to ask the quarterback who he was trying to throw to when the wide receivers are that close together. It's a 4th down now. Ray Young, a low punt, bounces at the 42. A slow roll to the Bulldog 37. With 7 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first half. Bulldogs with a 7-0 lead. Back onto the field comes the offense.
Yeah, their 27-yard punt. That's about what their average has been so far this year.
And that one was wind-aided, actually. But it almost got touched. If you notice that it was, the punter was lucky to get that one off. 1st and 10 from the 36. Whitmill. Still moving, finds a hole, crosses midfield. DJ Whitmill, tough to get him down, and he's tackled at the 37. I thought the play was over, and all of a sudden, Whitmill comes out of a group of tacklers and gets 10 more yards.
Yeah, they picked up 27 total yards on that, and Whitmill is just so good at just keeping those legs going and just busting tackles.
What a run.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, the first series of the game went right down, scored. Next time they went right down, missed a field goal. And since then, offensively, they haven't done a whole lot. So
the 1st down now, Eddie Battle runs right to the center. Tries to take a right turn. Does grab a couple yards.
All right, how much time is on the play
2nd
clock?
and 8. Play clock's at 20. They're hard to see. Game clock's 6:14. 2nd and 8 from the Corsair 35. Wow. Wow. Newkirk had the ball in his hand, and before he could even decide where to go, he got tackled.
Yeah, I think they had his hands on him before he even got the ball.
Yeah, I think so.
They just came right over that left side.
1 yard loss on the play. It's a 3rd and 9. Backs are in the eye. And he wants to pass. He's in trouble. Garcia scurrying, finds a hole. Now he's running. He keeps it. And he gets a first down. Not afraid to get tackled. Matt Garcia all the way to the 20-yard line. A 16-yard run. Gutsy play by Garcia.
Garcia's at 6'4", 235
He
pounds.
does not mind getting hit.
He ran over a couple of defensive
He even
backs
went
there.
head first and ran a couple of them. And you saw the sideline go crazy for the Bulldogs. Coming in, he'd only had 9 carries for 24 yards. This one's a pitch to Whitmill Jr. And he's tackled. He might have lost a couple yards on the play. Wow. I'm still thinking about that Matt Garcia, the quarterback keeper. And it wasn't what he was intending to do. He wanted to pass. He couldn't find a wide receiver open. He decided to keep it. I thought he was just going to take the first down, but he just kept barreling through.
Well, that's the time when they come out and ask that defensive back how many fingers I'm holding up, and he goes Tuesday.
2nd and 10. Game ball to Garcia for so far, at least in the first half. He's rolling. He completes a pass to Hansen, and he only gains maybe 2 yards on the play.
I mean, when Hansen only had 1 catch on the year now, I think that's his 3rd today.
Just today, yes. Serrano High School in Phelan, California. Coming in, the 6'3", 220-pound sophomore only had 1 catch. Third and 8. Garcia's feeling confident. He looks like he's going to pass. Instead, he pushes through on the keeper. Not enough. Let's see.
I think that the Bulldogs are going to keep their offense out there.
I think you're right. Look. Newkirk is out there. And Battle.
They brought Chase Hansen off the field, the tight end.
3:05 on the clock, 4th and 4. Both teams have 3 timeouts left here. It's 7-0 Bulldogs on the 4th down. They're going for it. And Newkirk, but not enough. And here comes the defense.
Hancock, prior to that play, were 5 of 11 going into 4th down so far this year, but that time Newkirk maybe got about a yard. So for the second time, the Bulldogs have turned the ball over on 4th down.
Under 3 minutes to play. Ball's at the 13. The Corsairs have 2:52 to get 87 yards. Let's see what Kelly Ledwith and his offensive coordinator Jeffrey Kieran have in store. Yanda. Right away to Hicks. Doesn't look like there's any gain on that run.
No, none whatsoever. I mean, you look at Hancock going down the field, first series score with ease. And since then, they've had difficulty offensively, but fortunately for them, their defense has held up, and Santa Monica has run the ball between the 30s, but not much more than that.
2nd and 10. What a tackle by Honus Wagner. That kid has a lot of energy.
Yeah, that's a young man that you say his name, you know you're going to say it before the game even starts.
Yeah, we do. And it looks like there's a timeout on the field. We will take a timeout as well. With 2:08 remaining in the first half, Bulldogs up 7-0. You are listening to Allen Hancock College Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Oxford Suites, located at 651 Five Cities Drive, just 1 mile from beautiful beaches. Oxford Suites offers special Allen Hancock College team rates. Community Bank of Santa Maria for Santa Maria style banking. That's what they call a home field advantage. Visit them online at yourcbsm.com or visit one of the branches located at 2739 Santa Maria Way or 1421 South Broadway in Santa Maria. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College, Santa Maria, California. Glad to have you alongside Irvin Kiger and CJ Silas, bringing you all the play-by-play of Allen Hancock College football. 2019, your Bulldogs are 4-2, taking on the 2-4 Corsairs. They're up 7-0 with 2:08 remaining. Corsairs have the ball, and on the handoff from Yanda,
I think he got that first down.
Thompson ran the far side, and he was tackled out of bounds right near the sticks. We'll see where they put the ball, and it looks like he might be short.
Oh, he's short about a yard.
It's fourth down, too close to the Bulldog end zone, obviously, to go for it at this point with that much time on the clock, about 2 minutes, 1:42. So the punt is up. Kurt McDonald lets it bounce at the 49, and it rolls to the 45. The Bulldogs will come out with 1:32 remaining in the first half. It really has been an evenly matched game, except for a few big plays.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think Hancock, when they came out and scored so easily the first time, I think they thought they might be able to just do that all day long, and it has not happened.
No. First and 10 from the 45. Newkirk has the ball, crosses midfield, and he is, wow. He had about 6 guys around his, literally holding onto him, and he got from the 50 all the way to the 46, carrying guys from both teams. There is a Corsair down on the field. Desmond Weldman Jr. He's injured. He's sitting upright, but he's definitely being tended to. We'll take a quick timeout with 1:15 remaining in the first half. Bulldogs lead at 7-0. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu.
American Star Trailways is much more than an average bus company. Family-owned and locally operated for the past 25 years, American Star Trailways has been the local charter bus company for San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara County residents and visitors alike, providing transportation service for an afternoon, a week, or a long-term contract. American Star Trailways, making travel an enjoyable part of your experience.
Homeowner Chevrolet, located at 1313 East Main in Santa Maria, Homeowners helps you find new roads.
Oxford Suites, located at 651 Five Cities Drive, just 1 mile from beautiful beaches. Oxford Suites offers special Allen Hancock College team rates. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College with 1:13 remaining in the first half. Bulldogs with a 7-0 lead. Demond Weidman Jr. is helped off the field by his Corsair teammates. It's a second and short for the Bulldogs. Garcia looking downfield to pass. And did you see that? It looked like Ray Young got held by the defensive back. Nothing, but nobody's complaining about it, so we're just going to ignore it.
Yeah.
But did you see that?
I mean, it was a floating duck is what he threw out there.
What? Huh? There was a flag at midfield. I missed it. I was watching the play. Sometimes I wish I had a second set of eyes.
After the play, unnecessary roughness. Number 77 of offense. 15-yard penalty.
Unnecessary roughness after the play by Amen Reese, the center for the Bulldogs, the sophomore. So that's 15 yards.
Now I just think you just keep the ball on the ground and run it out and go into halftime and make your adjustments.
55 seconds remaining in the first half. It's a 3rd and 16. And there's a timeout. Bulldogs will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Culligan has the equipment and experience necessary to serve all of your water needs, including water softening, reverse osmosis drinking water, salt-free solutions, bottle-free coolers, and water filtration systems for both residential and commercial properties. Community Bank of Santa Maria for Santa Maria style banking. That's what they call a home field advantage. Visit them online at yourcbsm.com or visit one of the branches located at 2739 Santa Maria Way or 1421 South Broadway in Santa Maria. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. Bulldogs up 7-0 with the ball. A 3rd and 16 from their own 39. Garcia wants to pass. Looks to the near side to find Newkirk. And he finds a lane on the near sideline. And he gets all the way to the Corsair 35. And there's still 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Garcia looking to the sideline for some direction as they hurry to
Spike the ball.
They're hurrying up to the line of scrimmage. And it looks like there's some confusion on the field. Nobody has signaled what happened. Who took the timeout? Or
No, I think he spiked the ball, didn't he?
I didn't even see it.
Hancock Raiders, please put 37 seconds on the clock.
No, that was an official timeout. They stopped it because there was something wrong with the clock. I kept seeing the officials look over here, and it's still 1st and 10.
Yeah, but he did spike it.
But it's
it's still 1st and 10. I see.
so this is there's some confusion, and I'm not the only one.
I think the clock was
Thank
supposed
goodness.
to stop when they made the first down, and maybe it didn't.
That's probably what happened, and so the spike didn't even matter because they caught it before. All right. Okay, who knows? Now it is a 2nd and 10. You know what? Thank goodness nobody calls me an expert. Matt Garcia looking for, wow, looking into the end zone. Looks like Vontae Hudson. Vontae Hudson. Did you hear me? I said it. Vontae Hudson, the freshman out of Montezuma, Georgia. A trick play thrown out a kid nobody knew was going to be touching the ball. Has not had a catch this season.
He still didn't.
But I'm looking at the number. I'm like, that looks like it might be Terrence Rayner. No, it's not Terrence Rayner. It was Vontae Hudson. Garcia gets his pass off. It's complete to Affe.
He's going to go.
Touchdown, Jerome Affe. What a play. Nobody knew that was coming. A 35-yard touchdown catch by sophomore Jerome Affe. Vontae Hudson was the decoy.
I mean, Garcia
Wow.
was lucky to get that ball.
He had
off.
a guy holding on to him the entire time he was running, trying to get the pass off.
But you give credit to Affe. Once he got that ball, he smelled 6 points. He
And
smelled that
Garcia
end zone.
did not stop. I saw Garcia after that first down. He was over at the sideline trying to get the play, trying to figure it out. He wanted to get to the line of scrimmage. He wanted to score, and he was emphatic about it here in the second quarter. And he did it. A 35-yard touchdown catch by the sophomore Jerome Affe, his second touchdown of the year. There it is, that tight end play that you like, Irvin.
Yeah. I mean, Affe, the last 2 weeks now he's got 4 catches.
Wow.
If he keeps this up, he's going to be playing weekends somewhere else next year.
Wow.
So the 240-pound tight end like that, that
Yes.
can run like he just did.
Bartlett High School, Anchorage, Alaska.
He won't be playing up there, I don't think, but
No.
he'll be playing the lower 48. That's
Bulldogs now with a 14-0 lead. 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. What a surprise. I think you even might have said it after that penalty, that they were just going to sit on the ball.
Yeah,
right?
I did.
You did say it, and instead they went for it. They got the first down, and then a Jerome Affe touchdown, and the Bulldogs are up 14-0. That's a good place to sit heading to the locker room.
Well, the second week in a row, they've scored in the last 30 seconds of the first half.
Kick is up into the end zone with 20 seconds remaining on the clock. 14-0. I like when the basketball players come up to bring us lunch. Thanks, guys.
Yes, thank you very much.
I hope Frightmere Forest is going great and you're earning a lot of money. Frightmere Forest tonight at the softball and baseball fields, and then one more night on Halloween. $10, all the money goes to men's basketball.
Is it just men's basketball?
Yes. And there's a scary, scary, scary one, and then there's a more mild one if you don't like to be frightened. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. And on the 1st and 10 from the 25, the Corsairs with a run play. And they're going to let the clock run down at halftime. Your Bulldogs with a 14-0 lead. We will bring you first half statistics. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. With one half of play in the books, the Bulldogs lead it 14-0. And as always, I leave statistics up to the smartest guy in the room, but Brian's busy. So, Irvin, can you do the stats?
50,000 comedians out of work, and I got to work with C.J. Silas, huh?
You're funnier than me.
Yeah.
And whenever I make a joke, you don't laugh out loud, so everyone thinks you don't think I'm funny, but you have this laugh that goes.
I sound like my dog at home when he's tired.
All right, share the stats with us.
All right, rushing yards 4. Let's go start with Santa Monica first. They had 6 total rushing yards that first half, 39 through the air, 33 total yards after you take away the couple of sacks. So offensively, they just were pretty futile for the whole half, CJ. And defensively, I thought they did a pretty good job with Hancock, with the exception of the first and last drives. I mean, they gave up that touchdown with less than 20 seconds to go here in the first half, and that really kind of is the straw that breaks the camel's back. They got to watch out this second half. Hancock on the ground had 158 yards, 104 yards through the air, 262 total yards. Hancock had the only turnover of the day. That was a interception thrown by Matt Garcia. Matt Garcia was 6 of 10, 104 yards. 1 touchdown, which went to Afe, the tight end, and 1 interception. Rushing. DJ Whitmell again leads the Bulldogs, 6 carries, 66 yards. That's 11 yards per carry. Desmond Newkirk, 4 carries for 11 yards. Terrence Rayner, 5 for 20. Eddie Battle, 5 for 45. Maurice Smith, 2 for 5. And Matt Garcia, 3 for 11. Kajon Lakes had 1 reception for 25 yards. Afe had 1 for 34. Chase Hansen, the new tight end that they just developed today, 3 catches for 18 yards. And Desmond Newkirk had 1 for 27.
Irvin, I'm looking at the statistics, and something just hit me. And we were talking about how quick that first half went. There were only 3 penalties. 3 penalties in that entire first half. That's like a miracle.
Well,
it's a true blue spectacle. It's a miracle come true.
Santa Monica's been averaging about 64 yards a game in penalties. Hancock's just under 80, and that's the miracle because normally they're up around 120 per game.
Santa Monica had 1 penalty for 5 yards, and the Bulldogs 2 for 20. And you're in league season now. This is the time to play clean football. This is the time to keep your head. And right now, they're doing that.
Well, when you look at, they are. Both teams, it was a quick 55 minutes for the first half. We'll be lucky if we ever see that again. Third down efficiency, where Hancock is the best in their league. They were 4 of 7 for 57%, and Santa Monica has been the case all year long. They were 1 of 7 for 14%. They've only been averaging about 17 to 18% on third down efficiency throughout the whole year.
Bulldogs will be moving from right to left with the Corsairs winning the coin toss. They will receive. They're moving from left to right. Hard to decipher because they wear the same colors. The Corsairs have their white jerseys and their blue numbers, and the Bulldogs wearing their blue jerseys and their blue jerseys and their white numbers. And here come the Corsairs, their first offensive set of downs here in the second half, trailing the Bulldogs 14-0. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Zach Yanda, the quarterback, coming in to call the plays for the Corsairs.
Yanda was 6 of 9 for 39 yards, no interceptions, no touchdowns that first half.
A beautiful day for football. The next time we have a game here in Santa Maria, the clocks will have changed.
And it'll be a 1 o'clock game, won't it?
It'll be, that's it. We only have one more home game this year. Saturday, November 9th. That's true. Next week on the road at Santa Barbara. And then the last game of the regular season at LA Harbor on Saturday, November 16th. A 5-yard penalty against the Corsairs to start this second half. And it's now a 1st and 15 from the 20.
Yeah, LA Harbor you'll enjoy. It's a nice little stadium. The first time I went there, the press box was so small that one leg was outside the door, one leg was inside.
Which means we'll probably be setting up in the stands, which we're fine doing.
No, you should have a space.
Really?
Yeah, we did in years past. As a matter of fact, that was the last game that Brad Manberto ever called, and he filled in for you. And it was
wow.
him, Seth, and I that went down. It's the first time I ever ate at Popeye Chicken.
Oh, is there a Popeye's Chicken down there?
Yeah, not
far. Oh, geez, we might be doing that. Hey, and he just passed away this year.
Yes, he did.
That's a sad story.
It was
He meant a lot to this Allen Hancock College Athletic Department.
Yes, he did.
Gain of 1 yard on the run play for the Corsairs. 2nd and 14. Yenda from the shotgun. He wants to pass. And he throws it right through the hands of Khalid Booker. Incomplete.
This first series for the Corsairs started out much like their first two. Either a sack or a penalty on the first play, which makes it 1st and long, 2nd and long, and now 3rd and long.
Bulldogs up 14-0, 4-2 overall, 1-0 in Pacific League. The Corsairs 2-4, 0-1 in league play. This chart that you're looking at right here, I learned how to do this chart when I went to Santa Monica College. I'm not going to age myself right now. Okay, I'm going to tell you. So it was, I was at USC for a year, and I was in a fine arts program, and I decided to change my focus and transfer to Syracuse, where there was a broadcasting department and a school radio station where USC at the time didn't have a campus radio station. So I had taken a year off in between my freshman year at USC and my sophomore year at Syracuse.
Gap year.
Well, let's call it that. Yes, let's call it that. And I was working in the restaurant business, and I went to Santa Monica City College, and that's what it was called then. Now it's just Santa Monica College. And I took sports broadcasting class. And this is a true story. It was probably 1986, 85, 86. And I walk into class, and the professor says to me, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, I'm going to take this. Girls don't take these classes." And I put my middle finger up, imagining, but I didn't. And I sat right down in that class, and I stayed for the whole semester, and I learned a lot. Pass play. It's complete on the near side to Thompson. He finds a hole.
Gone.
Thompson, unless Kurt McDonald can reach him, Thompson, and he does. Kurt McDonald finds him inside the 10. What a tackle by the sophomore out of Georgia.
You know, many years ago there was a linebacker, and there's a penalty on the play. They're going to bring it back.
All the way back?
Blocking it back. There was a kid by here that played here. His name was Chambly. He was a linebacker. He went to Fresno State.
Before my time.
Before your time. Got a scholarship. Same sort of thing. Only he went from one side of the field all the way to the other and caught the guy before.
Wow.
And I'll
You'll
remember
never
that
forget
for
it.
the rest
Right.
my
Of
life.
course.
This is going to be another one.
Yeah, it's one of those plays.
Yeah. Kurt McDonald never gave up.
There's a penalty against the offense. Actually, it's not even going to – that whole play is out. They are going to have to replay the third down, and it's going to move the ball back
Kudos
all
to
the
Kurt,
way to the
to McDonald.
yes, to the 14-yard line. 10-yard penalty. 3rd and 20.
Blocking in the back, and that happened
Whew.
right out here in the flat. That
Yep.
sprung the receiver.
And that kid had a good run, and Kurt McDonald used a lot of energy to run down Travontal Thompson. I didn't think he was going to get him, but McDonald's he's got some wheels. 5-yard gain on the play. Fourth down. I'm so curious who that is holding the first down marker today, because it's been wrong most of the time. Don't put the camera on him, though, Brian. We don't want to. They're volunteers. Ray Young at the 46. He's still on his feet. He actually runs backwards. The Bulldogs will take over just inside midfield. 13 minutes remaining in the third. They're marking it. Oh, now they're moving it. Hold on a sec. They're moving it. I'm confused. Oh, no, here we are. Okay.
They're changing balls.
All right.
What they're doing. Each team uses their own balls.
90,000 comedians out of work, and I'm working with Irvin Kiker. 1st and 10. Eddie Battle finds a hole. Eddie Battle on the move. Eddie Battle continuing all the way in to the end zone. A 52-yard Touchdown, a 48-yard touchdown run for Eddie Battle. 20 yards into that run, I thought he was down, and he still kept moving. Now that is another kid with some speed for the Bulldogs. His 5th touchdown of the season, the sophomore out of McDonough, Georgia. Wow. He found a hole, and he used it.
Didn't he ever? And he turned on the afterburners once he got in that open field.
Edgar Zacharias in to kick the extra point. Kicks up. And it's good. 21-0 Bulldogs with the lead. That play took 10 seconds. Even I know. I could do the math for you. With 12:50 remaining in the third quarter, Bulldogs up 21-0. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu.
Home Motor Chevrolet, located at 1313 East Main in Santa Maria. Home Motors helps you find new roads.
Culligan has the equipment and experience necessary to serve all of your water needs, including water softening, reverse osmosis drinking water, salt-free solutions, bottle-free coolers, and water filtration systems for both residential and commercial properties.
Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. If you went to grab a snack or use the restroom, you missed it. It was a 10-second play and a 48-yard touchdown run for Eddie Battle.
Eddie Battle had 5 carries for 45 yards in the first half. Now he has got 93 yards total.
21-0 Bulldogs with the lead. Cade England with a nice kick. And it bounces into the end zone. Dejon Everett will let it drop, and the Corsairs will take over, down 21-0. It'll be a 1st and 10 from their own 25. Will Kelly Ledwith try something new? And I don't mean that to be funny. It's not working. What next? What do you do? You've got a whole half a play.
Yeah, I mean, that first series, he only had 33 total yards in the first half. That first series, it was negative yards, so that's even less than that now. You're right. Personally, I think he might start putting the ball up in the air a little more.
1st and 10 from the 25. Yanda from the shotgun. There's a flag on the play. There was an early flag.
Illegal shift. On the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay.
The 4th series today that Santa Monica has started out negatively. The first series, they had a sack, and now 3 times they've had penalties on the first play. So it makes it 1st and 15 right from the start. It's tough to play from behind when you're doing that.
First and 15.
Yeah, it shows you what I know about football. I said I was going to come out and put the ball in the air and run the ball the first 2 times.
Irvin will take it.
Yeah.
One-yard gain on the play. So James Gilmet is on the field. I thought he was out for the year with an injury, Irvin, but he is back on the field for the Bulldogs. He's not even on the roster. And I thought his injury during the preseason was keeping him out of the game, but he's out there. And I looked over at a couple of our stat guys, and I said, who's 35? James Gilmet's back in uniform and on the field. That's good news because I had heard that he was out for the year.
If he was out for the year, now will he get a redshirt year because of it?
He can't. He's on the field.
But sometimes they will allow it if you only play 1 or 2. But it's normally if you play the first or second game, then get hurt.
We'll see. I mean, he's playing, so I doubt. Third down for the Corsairs. And now it's a pass play, Irvin. You were right. Khalid Booker, the receiver. And I don't think it's enough for a first down.
No.
And here comes the punting team.
Right.
Under 11 minutes in the third period.
Now, 35, you said his name was?
James Gilmet.
He's out of Roy Grandy, right?
I think he is.
He was a pretty good running back at Roy Grandy High School, too.
Punt is up.
Ooh, there's a flag.
Young gets under it at the 26. He's crossing the field and has nowhere to go.
It's coming back, though.
But there is a flag by the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be 5 yards.
He forgot to turn off his microphone. Luckily, that doesn't happen to us. They're going to bring this play back. Oh, running into the kicker. I didn't even see that.
That 5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
Oh, running after the kicker. Running into the kicker's... It's one of the worst, I think.
No, roughing the kicker's worse.
And the passer, right. But just, they're so vulnerable.
Oh, yeah, they've got one leg on the ground.
Right, that's what I mean.
One flat leg and one
yeah,
leg in the air.
I don't like to see that penalty at all. Corsairs, 1st and 10. More chances here. There's Yanda. This time, it's a complete pass to Booker.
And another flag, and the way he threw that, it looks like it could be holding on the Corsairs.
But and they're walking backwards. It is holding against the offense. You know what? I jinxed them. It was all my fault saying how few penalties there were in the first half. I jinxed him on that, and you jinxed on the time. You said it was a fast 55-minute half. So you're half the jinx. You're half the jinx. I'm half the jinx. I take full credit for half.
Hey, I'm getting $60 an hour.
Listen,
so
I take
I
full credit for half the jinx. I take the jinx penalty. You take the time penalty. It is half and half. 50% your fault that we're going to be here till dark. First and so long. Yanda hands it to Hembright. The defense, solid work on the run game, really holding the Corsairs.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it earlier. I don't have the stats right here. You said it was 33 yards.
Six yards on the ground rushing in the first half. But they've tended to run through the tackles. They haven't gone around the edges too much. The Corsairs haven't. I'm not second-guessing any coach, believe you me, because, I mean, they know a heck of a lot more about football than I do.
I'm glad you admit that.
At least not on the air.
2nd and 14. 21-0, Bulldogs lead. Pass play on the near sideline. Intended for Brandon Collins. And he overthrows his wide receiver. Collins out of Westchester High School in LA, right near Loyola Marymount University.
And well played by Kyron Smith.
Yes, Kyron Smith had a great week last week. He had an interception. The freshman out of Macon County High School in Georgia.
I sometimes wonder, because we get so many kids on all these teams that are from out of state because they don't have JC football back there.
Right.
If these kids actually know one another or actually play against each other.
I think part of it's word of mouth. Then they'll go home, right, and they'll tell their friends that are a couple years younger. And it really is at this level because there's no budget for recruiting. You can't go and visit.
No.
Chris Dutra doesn't go out and visit people's families in Georgia or Texas or North Carolina.
But if you're a big running back that's not going to get an opportunity to play at a 4-year school back south or down south or back east, would you certainly consider something like Allen Hancock College that runs the ball 80% of the time?
Right. Look, that's what happened to Cameron Artis-Payne
yeah.
and Malik Williams. Recently, those are just the first two names that come to my mind. The punt. It's a low punt. And it bounces at the 43, back to the 35. Kurt McDonald just walks away from it, and the Bulldogs, with a 21-point lead, will come back for another offensive possession. In the first half, Matt Garcia threw it 6 times. He threw it 10 times, completed 6 of them. Last week against Pasadena, 9 completions and 12 attempts. So he's already just 2 away with a 21-point lead. Are we just going to see the ball run and run and run and run?
I think they'll put the ball in the air occasionally.
Chase Hansen, right? Jerome Mafe. DJ Whitmill. He is tough. There's always one. Every year, there's a running back on this team that just is like a bulldozer. And people can't tackle him. Takes 2, 3, 4 guys. He's the one.
And I think that the coaching staff really take a lot of pride in the number of 100-yard rushers they have, per game. I mean, there's a chance they can end up with a couple today.
6-yard gain on the play for Whitmill, 2nd and 4, under 8 minutes to play in the 3rd. There's a flag. Newkirk gets a first down. We'll see. The flag is back by the line of scrimmage.
I think it's going to be called back for holding on the Bulldogs on that right side.
You are so smart, Irvin Kiger. You're so smart because it was your birthday. Did you have a nice birthday?
Yeah, it was reasonably quiet. Went out to dinner with a couple of friends and had a couple of drinks.
Did you stay in Santa Maria for dinner?
No, we actually went to Guadalupe.
Oh, where'd you go?
To La Simpatia, the Mexican restaurant down there.
There's some good food there.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. Go hike Point Sal and then stop in Guadalupe for Mexican food. I love that. It was holding, just like you said, 2nd and 15. There's Chase Hansen with another complete pass from Matt Garcia.
And another holding call, I believe, on the Bulldogs.
And the center, Amen Reese, is upset by the call.
Well, there was a Corsair that was pointing at the flag and taunting him.
Holding. Number 77 of the offense. That penalty is declined.
He did not agree with that at all. I don't think his opinion matters, though, unfortunately.
No, there's not. Most people that call for holding will deny it.
Yes. Sort of like Tim Duncan committing a foul in the NBA. I don't think he committed a single foul in his entire career. Newkirk with the ball. And there's another flag. Newkirk crosses the 40. He's tackled right near the 45, which could be a first down if it stands, but there was a flag back by the 35. If it's him again, do you think Dutra takes him out? Because he is the center, though, I'm pretty sure.
He is.
Norcross High School in Georgia, the sophomore. Oh, okay. Unsportsmanlike. Now, do you pull him out for a minute? You can't. I mean, you keep him in there.
What was the original flag for, though?
The one was holding, and then that was. Oh, yes, there was one. Can you get unsportsmanlike during a play?
This was after the play.
So,
but the flag was thrown during
the course. There was
I
saw that flag during the play. There's some definitely confusion on the field. Here comes Kate England and the punting team. I'm confused because there was a flag thrown during that play. And then the foul was against Reese, but that was after the play.
Yeah, it was during the course of action that they actually threw the flag. Unless it's you don't want to ever say payback or anything like that, do you?
No, you don't. You hope that doesn't happen, but it surely does, let's be honest. Confusion. Kate England in. If I'm a coach right now, I call timeout. But that's just me. I'm not a coach. I'm a play-by-play announcer. But all right, here we go.
There was no room for that returner there.
Yes,
good.
There
was nothing but Bulldogs around him.
Yes, good play on the special teams. Corsairs 21-0, trailing the Bulldogs with 6.5 minutes remaining in the third. If they have a chance in this game, they need to make something happen here in this third quarter. In motion is LaRue. Jack Lewis, the ball carrier. Look at that defensive line. Look at that. Sandy Pua having conversation right now with Reese on the sideline and the whole offensive line. He doesn't seem too upset about it. He's patted Reese on the back and
gave him knuckles.
Yep, and he's clapping and talking to his offensive line, encouraging them. Sandy Poo has been with the program for a while.
Oh, long time.
Yeah.
He played for him. I think that was when Barney Ames was coaching.
2nd and 12 for the Corsairs. This one, a pass play. It's complete to Nickerson.
Nickerson is one of those receivers that when he gets the ball, he's definitely not easy to bring down, and he's not very big.
5'7", 162. Kentridge Senior High School in Kentridge, Washington. And it's a first down for the Corsairs. Ball's now on the 45. 21-0. Bulldogs with the lead. Lewis has nowhere to go, the freshman running back.
I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage.
No. Cathedral Catholic in San Diego, this freshman. Jack Lewis, the ball carrier.
Talking about the spot again there, are we there, Mr. Dill?
Second and 10. Right away, quick pass to LaRue on the near side. It's complete, but it's behind the line of scrimmage, and he's lucky if he got back there. And there's a flag on the play. I totally jinxed it. There were 3 flags in the first half. You know what? I take full responsibility.
They're saying
Now
third
what?
down.
Another one. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Latravius Kingsland, the DB from the Bulldogs. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Wow. .418 ticking in the third. Bulldogs up 21-0.
Been a rash of penalties against the Bulldogs here in this last 5 minutes.
Oh, my gosh. It's all my fault, Irvin. This time, Lewis again, the ball carrier. He runs right into Seth Mataisi and Trent Kimmel.
Picked up, though, about 5 yards. Just off that right tackle for the Corsairs.
Second and 5. Lewis again. Wow. Richard Goldhammer was just waiting for him.
There's another young man that's been playing pretty well the last few weeks.
Goldhammer?
Yes.
Paso Robles kid.
You look at the defensive side of the ball for the Bulldogs, and they're not real big. But they're pretty darn quick, even on that defensive line.
3rd and 7. Into triple coverage. The ball bounced from one wide receiver's hands to the other with 3 guys. Qualik Davis was there. Goldhammer was there. And Barrera was there. He was lucky that ball wasn't intercepted.
Yes.
It was tipped around, too. Brings us to a 4th down.
Punter comes out for the Corsairs.
Dylan Masoul, the punter. 15 punts this season, 414 yards. There's nobody back to receive the punt, Irvin. See that?
Yep.
Wow. Heads up play by the Corsairs, downing it
About the
on the 1 yard line. What was the strategy behind that, not having a returner?
Just, I can only assume they might have thought that he wouldn't have been able to keep it inside the field of play.
Heads up special teams. 21-point lead for the Bulldogs, 2:25 remaining in the third. They'll take over from their own 1 on offense. Garcia gives it to Whitmill. He's just trying to get him away from the end zone.
Get him a little breathing room.
2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. And here comes Maurice Smith. Maurice Smith gets to about maybe a 1-yard gain. It's hard to see from here, Irvin.
Yeah, he's out to what, about the 5 or 6
I think
yard
so.
line? They're saying the same.
Yep. It's on the 6, 3rd and 5. Whitmill lined up in the end zone in the backfield. And he runs to the left edge, finds a hole, cuts to the middle, and he's got a Bulldog first down. DJ Whitmill.
Yeah.
That kid is fun to watch.
He's got really good feel sense of what's going on around him. And at that particular time, it looked like he was going to bounce outside. There wasn't a whole lot of room there, a couple of Corsairs. He brought it back inside and picked up that first down for the Bulldogs. About out to, the 17-yard line.
1st and 10. Bulldogs under a minute to play in the third. A 21-point lead. Game clock's down to 7. Garcia hands the ball to Smith. Smith gets about 5.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that love that 5 and 6 yard gain on that first down.
Because now, you've been saying that for years. That's the strategy of Dutra and his offensive staff.
Yeah, it just makes the play calling from then on so much easier. Looks like they're going to wait until the end of the third quarter.
So the third quarter of play will come to an end. Bulldogs with a touchdown in that quarter now lead at 21-0. We will come back with the fourth quarter of play. You are listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Oxford Suites, located at 651 Five Cities Drive, just 1 mile from beautiful beaches. Oxford Suites offers special Allen Hancock College team rates. Community Bank of Santa Maria for Santa Maria style banking. That's what they call a home field advantage. Visit them online at yourcbsm.com or visit one of the branches located at 2739 Santa Maria Way or 1421 South Broadway in Santa Maria. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. Bulldogs with a 2nd and 4 to start the fourth quarter. And there's a little bit of extracurricular going on between Ray Young and defensive back Justin David for the Corsairs. A couple of the officials break that up.
Now, this just didn't start. This has been going on for about the last quarter and a half.
Yeah. I try to ignore it. A 3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs. Smith. I think it might be enough. Now there's some more stuff going on in the field. Nobody caught that one, but it was funny because it was a kid from Santa Monica, half the size of the kid he was going after. It was a center, Amen Reese, and one of the kids from the Corsairs. Yeah, they wanted maybe because he's already had two fouls. Yeah, 2 penalties against him. They want to frustrate him a little more. Who knows? But it didn't work, and it's a first down. Young, the wide receiver, the lone wide receiver on the near side. And this is Whitmill. He finds a hole. He's past the 40. He's still on his feet at the 45, and he's tackled by 1, 2, 3, 4. It took 5 Corsairs to tackle Whitmill Jr. on the 50, and it's a Bulldog first down.
Yeah.
21-yard run.
So
wow.
That's got to be close to pushing him over the 100-yard mark.
Man. He already leads the Pacific lead with 106 yards a game. He's number 1.
How does he rank in the state?
You know what? I'm so bad. I should look that up. I don't have the state. I don't look up. I should. Where's our statistician? He's 4th in the state. Wow, he's 4th in the state. I didn't make that up. Brandon Robertson showing up with the statistics when needed. Maurice Smith, he's got open field, and then he runs into a group of Corsairs, but not before he gets another Bulldog first down.
Hawkles Corsairs.
Wow, my goodness. It's arg. What did you do? Was that a...
Like a pirate.
I thought you were growling like a bulldog.
No.
Please don't recur. Please don't play that back. Not at least not on the air. Maybe in his ear. 1st and 10. 21-0. Bulldogs in the lead. Whitmill. He gains about 6. They are moving the ball kind of easily right now.
That's a 9th run in a row. They have not put the ball in the air. They started on what, the 1-yard line?
Yes, in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
And now we're into the 4th quarter. Oh, we should have Irvin's Bulldog and Corsair roar arg woof growl as our new first down soundbite. I love that. 2nd and 5. Oh, West LA had one that was it a cougar? Were they cougar? Yes, it was a cougar. And they had that sound system that was so loud we couldn't help but hear that cougar growl every time they did anything. Oh my gosh, it blew Brian's hair that he doesn't have forward in his dreams.
Well, they used to play here when the Hancock came out. Who let the dogs out? For many years.
Yeah. 3rd and 2. Whitmill Jr. Oh, what a hit. Wow. And it's a first down. What a hit. I didn't see who made that hit, but wow. It could have been David Zaragoza. But sheesh.
This is really a sort of a Chris Dutra trademark, isn't it? I mean, they've run the ball, I think it was 8 or 9 times in a row right now. Yeah.
1st and 10 from the Corsair 24. Smith finds a little hole, and he gains about 5, maybe 6. He jumps over one of the defenders.
Just speed the game up is what they're doing. Keep that clock moving. This has got to be deflating for the defense, too, when you just can't stop the run game. What?
Second and 6. DJ Whitmill, a little hole, still on his feet inside the 10. And it's another Bulldog first down.
It is so impressive the way that young man can change directions. And the sense that he has on the field where the gaps are and where they're not.
This could be crazy, but I think he's improved as the season's gone on. Even though he's a sophomore and he had a lot of time with the ball last year.
No, 2 years ago.
Oh, right. He redshirted last year.
Yeah.
He has gotten better every single game. In the past 3, he's really made a difference.
I think, I'm inclined to agree with you. I don't do that often.
First and goal. I'm really glad there was no touchdown on that play because I was laughing too hard to call it. I knew you were going to say something like that. I turned my back and I'm like, oh, he's going to say something sarcastic about me being right. Gain of 2 on the play by Smith. Just under 9 minutes remaining in the game. Bulldogs up 21-0. They've got 3 timeouts left. The Corsairs have 2. It's a second and goal from the 7. Whitmill. He doesn't get all the way in, but he gains about 6. It'll be a 3rd and goal. They're going to keep him in? No. Whitmill waved him in. He waved Smith in. I didn't know he made those decisions. Looked like he said, yeah.
Did he tap his head?
I don't know. He called off the jam is what he did. 3rd and goal from the 1. Smith hops into the end zone over a defender. Touchdown. Maurice Smith. His 9th touchdown of the season. Wow. He already leads the Pacific lead in touchdowns. I don't know what he leads the state in. Maybe our magic little birdie will let us know. Tied for first in the state in touchdowns coming to the game. Brandon Robertson to save the day. Zacharias. And the kick is no good. 27-0. Bulldogs with the lead. 8:01 remaining in the game. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu.
American Star Trailways is much more than an average bus company. Family owned and locally operated for the past 25 years, American Star Trailways has been the local charter bus company for San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara County residents and visitors alike, providing transportation service for an afternoon, a week, or a long-term contract. American Star Trailways, making travel an enjoyable part of your experience.
Of either?
Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. The Bulldogs now with a 27-0 lead on the Maurice Smith 1-yard touchdown run. Someone lost their helmet. One of the Corsairs is going to have to sit out a bit. Honus Wagner, nicely, like a gentleman, picked up the helmet to take it over to the kid from the Corsairs who lost it.
At last drive for the Bulldogs. 16 plays, 98 yards, and took 9 minutes and 24 seconds off the clock.
Wow. That means there's less than 8 remaining here in the game. One One more win for the Bulldogs in their Pacific League record, if this stands. If I'm doing my math correctly, the Bulldogs have won 11 straight Pacific League games.
No, 12, because they won
12.
last week.
Right, but that was the first. So this would be the 12th. It's not over yet.
I thought you were counting this game.
I can't. The fat lady hasn't sung yet. I got to wait for her.
Okay.
She's tuning up her voice in the restroom.
There is a good acoustics in the restroom, isn't there?
She's doing her do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Do, dear. 2nd and 11.
A female deer.
At least we have fun. Yanda looking to pass. It's over the head of his wide receiver on the far side.
Unfortunately, I don't really understand that pass because there was a Bulldog standing between the receiver and Yanda.
That was Khalik Davis, the defensive back.
And the sideline is right behind him, so he didn't have much room to really drop that ball in there.
Right. And he threw it way over his head. I mean, the kid jumped 6 inches, and he still didn't get anywhere near it. 3rd and 11. Okay, maybe 8 inches. He has more vertical than I gave him credit for. On the option, Thompson, the ball carrier.
Brings up 4th down.
And looks like they're going to go for it. Do they have a choice? They pretty much have to, don't they, Irvin?
Yeah, they do. I mean, there's...
If they have any shot.
6:40 and counting on the clock, and they're down 27-0.
4th and 6. You got 4 wide receivers. Thompson, the lone back in the pistol. And he's going to pass. And it's complete on the near sideline, but it's not enough for a first down.
I don't think it is either.
Nickerson. I don't think that's enough. Nope, that's not. And it's Bulldogs will take over on downs with good field position. At the end of this 4th quarter, 6+ minutes remaining.
Nickerson on that kind of play has got to run to the sticks, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the underneath receiver. They were trying to clear that area for him over here on the left side of the Santa Monica offense, but he's got to make it to the sticks.
Because he doesn't, and he didn't. The Bulldogs now have a 1st and 10.
A new center in, and a new quarterback in.
Gavin Grondal calling the plays. Runs right into Terrence Rayner and knocks him over. There's like 5 different offensive players laying on the ground.
Lost of 5. Keeps the clock running, though.
27-0. Bulldogs with a lead. Less than 6 minutes remaining in the game. Gavin Grondal, the play caller now for the Bulldogs. He gives it to Eddie Battle. He runs out to the left side, crosses the 45, and gets to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, picked up about 6 yards in there, right there, Mr. Battle. He's got to be over 100 yards today, I would venture to think.
That's a long 6 yards, Irvin. Look at that.
He lost 5 on the first down.
I know. Irvin.
She's mocking me, folks.
3rd and 9. Rayner. All right. It's a 4th and 4. In comes Cade England to punt. $27-0. Bulldogs with a commanding lead here. Looking to move their overall record to 5-2.
Nice punt.
And their league record to 2-0. Good coverage on the punt. The Bulldogs down at about the 3. And the Corsairs will have 4 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in this game.
Bunch of newbies coming in right now. I can't really remember the last time that the Bulldogs pitched a shutout. I mean, there's 4 minutes to go. I mean, there's still plenty of time for Santa Monica.
But now that you say that, was it last year against Santa Monica? It could have been. Brandon Robertson might be able to find that out for us. Flag after the play. The last time the Bulldogs shut out an opponent, I think it might have been Santa Monica last year. 52-0 last year against the Corsairs. Does that sound right to you, Brian? I'm not making this stuff up. I have skilled people working for me around. Thank goodness.
Brandon's really good, isn't he?
He is. And if he doesn't know the answer, he makes it up, but he feels very firm and happy about it. So
we don't know what he did.
He's a thespian.
We know him, and I'm sure our listening audience doesn't know any better.
Brandon Robertson started as a kid. Well, he's still a kid to me, but he started as a student and helped out in the athletic department, did stats, got his AA degree, and now he's pretty much running the athletic department, right? He's Kim Ensing's right hand, and she's left-handed.
Like a sports information director?
He is. He's Andrew Masuda left us a couple years ago. We had an interim last year, and the job actually just opened up to the public. Assistant athletic director, sports information director job has opened. So maybe by the first of the year, Brandon will get to have a little more fun because he's been working his tail off. 27-0, Bulldogs with the lead. 3:12 remaining. After the penalty, it's now taking the ball all the way back to the 5 for a third and long.
Yeah, because the penalty was after the play, so the first play counted.
Quick pass play by Yanda. Complete to Tariq Brown. Not enough for a first down. They have to go for it. There's no choice with 2.5 minutes left. It's now 4th and 6.
Yeah, because if the Bulldogs get the ball back, I mean, they'll run a couple running plays. Bless you.
Oh, dear, I promised I wasn't going to sneeze. Incomplete pass is intended for Brown. Bulldogs take over now with 2:11 remaining. And Gavin Grandal coming back in as the quarterback, the freshman. He started the season under center from Central Bucks West High School in Pennsylvania. It's a 1st and 10 from the 15. Desmond Newkirk, the ball carrier. He's tackled by Devin Williams.
$150 and counting right now with the Bulldogs. I mean, if they don't put the ball in, I don't think they're going to really matter.
Yeah. Bulldogs record will move to 5-2, 2-0 in league play. And the Corsairs to 2-5 and 0-2. Next up, Santa Monica plays Pasadena. And the Bulldogs travel to Santa Barbara for a 1 o'clock kickoff against the Vaqueros. You can listen and watch that webcast at athletics.hancockcollege.edu, exactly the same place where you're watching now. Isn't that common and logical?
Yeah, and for those that don't know, Santa Barbara is the other junior college that is in this particular county. So
Santa Barbara County.
It is a rivalry.
It sure is. Newkirk dives over the cone trying to get the touchdown call, but it looks like the official is going to place the ball at the 2-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Bulldogs with under a minute remaining. What a great attempt. What a fun dive by Newkirk. He wanted it.
Yes, yeah, he did.
He wasn't afraid to put his body on the line. Flag before the play. Looks like it was a false start against the Bulldogs. Yep.
Still first and goal.
.9 seconds remaining in the game. Hancock 27, the Corsairs nothing. Qualik Davis, the ball carrier. And he gets dropped inside the 5. He gains about 4.
Qualik Davis is playing both ways.
Yes. He has been all season.
Primarily, though, a defensive back
Yes.
and returner.
Yes. Second and goal from the 4. Whitmill Jr. in the backfield. Grandal gives it to, and before he could get anywhere, somebody missed a block on the line of scrimmage because whoever that was from Santa Monica came around the left side and just took down DJ Whitmill. Bulldogs win it 27-0. We will take a quick timeout and we will come back with your statistics. Bulldogs move their record to 5-2, 2-0 in Pacific League action. The Corsairs are now 2-5, 0-2 in league play. You're listening and watching Bulldog football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu.
American Star Trailways is much more than an average bus company. Family owned and locally operated for the past 25 years, American Star Trailways has been the local charter bus company for San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara County residents and visitors alike, providing transportation service for an afternoon, a week, or a long-term contract. American Star Trailways, making travel an enjoyable part of your experience.
Homeowner Chevrolet, located at 1313 East Main in Santa Maria, Homeowners helps you find new roads.
Oxford Suites, located at 651 Five Cities Drive, just 1 mile from beautiful beaches. Oxford Suites offers special Allen Hancock College team rates. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. Bulldogs win it 27-0, moving their record to 5-2 overall, 2-0 in the Pacific League, heading out to Santa Barbara for a 1 o'clock kickoff next week. The Corsairs played Pasadena. They are now 2-5 on the year and 0-2 in Pacific League action. Irvin, statistics from today's game, please.
All right, we're going to start out with the team stats for both sides. First downs, Hancock had 20. The Corsairs had 5.
Wow.
On the ground, Hancock, 346 yards, very Dutra-esque for the Bulldogs. 14 yards for Santa Monica on the ground. Santa Monica through the air, 84 yards. Hancock, 104 yards. So total yards, Santa Monica, 98 yards. What a defensive game today. And 450 yards for the Bulldogs. One stat that I really, really enjoy, the third down efficiency, Hancock, 9 of 14 for 64%.
Wow.
Santa Monica never had a third down conversion in that second half. They were 1 of 14 for only 7% on the day.
Don't you like how I make little comments while you're doing the
Yeah,
chat?
yeah,
Like, wow.
yeah, wow.
Or like, oh. I'm adding so much to this part of the broadcast.
Just reminds me of the Batman, pow.
Oh,
bang.
right. Smash.
Yeah. All right, individual stats for Santa Monica. Zach Yanda, 12 of 20 for 84 yards, no interceptions, no touchdowns. Yanda had 2 carries for a -19, and really the only one, Thompson had 11 carries for 23. He was the only one that had any more in double digits in terms of rushing yardage for the Corsairs. And receiving, LaRue had 1 for 1 yard. Booker had 2 for 12 yards. Brown 1 for 10. Nick Christopher had 5 catches for 43 yards, and Everett, 2 for 13, and now for Allen Hancock College. Matt Garcia, second game in a row where has been efficient. 6 of 11 for 104 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Rushing, Garcia carried the ball 3 times for 11 yards. Maurice Smith 10 times for 41 yards. This is the one that hurts. Eddie Battle carried the ball 7 times for 99 yards. You'd like to have seen him get that last yard. Terrence Rayner 7 times for 20 yards. Qualik Davis 1 for 3. Desmond Newkirk 7 for 39. And as is generally the case, DJ Whitmell led the Bulldogs on the ground. 17 carries, 133 yards, 7.8 yards per carry, and 1 touchdown. In the receiving department, K-John Legs had 1 for 25. Jerome Affey 1 for 34, which was a touchdown. Chase Hansen 3 for 18, and Desmond Newkirk 1 for 27 yards. Just a dominating game defensively by the Bulldogs. And the Corsairs, it was that second touchdown that they gave up with just about 20 seconds to go in that second quarter. I think that really hurt them.
Next up, the Vaqueros of Santa Barbara. If you've got a couple things that you would say the Bulldogs need to work on before taking on Santa Barbara on the road, what would it be?
Well, one of the things that they didn't allow today, that they've had a penchant for allowing the receivers to get behind them. A lot of times on third down and long. Second down and long, and they didn't do that. They kept everybody in front of them today. I made that comment a couple of times, which I was really appreciated, where the defensive backs just kept them in front. I would like to see the Bulldogs put a little more rush on, a sustained rush. Santa Barbara it's one of those games where the records don't really make much difference because, as I said, it's the other junior college that is in this county, and there's a lot of kids that they've played against each other in high school. They've played with each other in high school, and it's a bit of a grudge match. So,
all right, the best things you saw today.
Well, defensively, the rushing defense was absolutely superb, and I was a little surprised that Santa Monica didn't throw the ball a little more because they had a little more success through the air, but not a whole lot. But defensively, I think they did really well. And then that 116 play, 98 yards, it took 9 minutes off the clock. You can't script it any better than that when you're a running ball club.
All right, you're gonna travel with us next week. We're gonna head down to Santa Barbara. It is a 1 o'clock kickoff.
I'm gonna just sit there and stare at the boats. And
you're not gonna talk at all. Will you laugh at my jokes or pretend to? Will you tell me when I'm right?
Of course I will.
Thank you for listening and being with us today, folks. Next week, The Bulldogs take on the Vaqueros of Santa Barbara College, looking to take their Pacific League record to 3-0 and their overall record to 6-2. We will be down there. Don't hesitate to listen. In fact, make an appointment to listen and make a note of it. It's not a 2 o'clock kickoff in Santa Barbara. It's a 1 o'clock kick. We will be here for you. We want to thank Brandon Robertson for all of his help on statistics and everything that he does to make this broadcast
Absolutely.
Seamless, flawless, impeccable. But even more, Technical Director and the Big Boss, Brian Dill. For Irvin Kiger, I'm CJ Silas. You've been listening to Bulldog Football. Hancock won it 27-0. You are listening to Bulldog Football every Saturday throughout the year at athletics.hancockcollege.edu.